Have you ever noticed how people are just drawn to gold? I mean, even my desk is littered with gold-colored things: a Minecraft pickaxe, a tiny trophy, and, okay, a nugget from a rock shop that's probably fool's gold. Janvi, what's your take? Why does gold have this magnetic pull on us?
Honestly, Jenny, I think it's a mix of the shine and the status. Gold just screams luxury, right? Whether it's a fidget spinner or an Olympic medal, that golden color seems to trigger something primal. It's like our brains are wired to equate gold with value, even if it's just paint.
Totally agree. And yet, despite all these gold-colored objects around, most aren't actually made of real gold. There's a big difference between the look and the genuine article, which brings us to the classic question: what makes real gold so special compared to all these imposters?
Well, the real stuff has some serious street cred. For one, it doesn't tarnish or rust, which is rare among metals. Plus, its dense and heavy pick up a real gold coin, and you'll feel the difference right away. No offense to my gold doorknob, but it's just not in the same league.
Speaking of imposters, let's talk fool's gold. I thought I struck it rich with my rock shop nugget, but turns out it's just pyrite. Janvi, how can people tell real gold apart from the fakes?
Great question. Pyrite, or fool's gold, is shinier and lighter, almost like it's trying too hard. Real gold is a bit duller, heavier, and if you bite eye gently, please, it'll dent a bit because it's soft. Don't try that with pyrite, unless you want a trip to the dentist.
That's a good tip, though please no lawsuits if someone ends up with a chipped tooth. But it's fascinating that centuries ago people were fooled by shiny rocks. I read that during the gold rush, prospectors would sometimes stake entire claims on pyrite.
Absolutely. Imagine hiking into the wilds, risking it all for a fortune, and realizing you've just filled your pockets with worthless glitter. It's a classic case of not all that glitters is gold, literally.
Let's talk money. People know gold is expensive, but few realize just how much. Janvi, any guesses on what an ounce of gold is worth these days?
Last I checked, it was over 10 per ounce. That's a coin you definitely don't want to lose in your couch cushions. For context, that's about 80 times the value of an ounce of silver.
Exactly. It makes finding a penny on the sidewalk feel a bit underwhelming, right? The high price isn't just about looks, it's because gold is so rare. If gold was as common as copper, it'd be on our door hinges instead of in jewelry stores.
And that rarity is what drives the price. If gold were easy to find, it'd be about as valuable as gravel. But since it's hiding out in tiny flakes and nuggets, it's like nature's own treasure hunt.
Now, the million-dollar question, literally. How is gold actually made? Can we whip it up in a lab, or is it strictly an earthly discovery?
Believe it or not, gold is cosmic. Scientists think most of Earth's gold arrived via meteorites billions of years ago after being forged in exploding stars called supernovae. So that ring on your finger? It's interstellar bling.
That's wild. So every gold necklace is basically a space souvenir. But here on Earth, we can't just create gold from scratch, right? It's not like baking a cacao recipe for gold in the kitchen.
Right. Unless you're running a nuclear reactor and have a spare fortune for particle accelerators. Even then, making gold atom by atom is so expensive it defeats the purpose. Nature's way is still the only practical source.
So if we can't make gold, we're stuck finding it. But how does that work? Are people still panning for gold like in old movies?
Actually, yes! In places with gold-rich rivers, people still pan for tiny, flake-swirling muddy water in a pan to spot that glimmer. For bigger operations, miners dig deep into the earth, searching for veins of gold hidden in rock.
It sounds like a lot of work for a few specks. No wonder gold is so expensive. I once tried gold panning on vacation, walked away with a sore back and exactly 0 nuggets.
It's a tough gig. Some estimate you'd need to sift through a ton of dirt to find enough gold to cover a wedding ring. That's dedication or instant riches for most modern prospectors.
Let's step back in time. When people first found gold, it set off these wild events called gold rushes. What was that all about, Janvi?
Picture this. Word gets out that gold's been found in California or Australia, and suddenly thousands pack up everything to chase fortune. Whole towns sprang up overnight, and some literally vanished when the gold dried up.
It's like the original get-rich-quick scheme, but for every lucky prospector, there were hundreds who found nothing but disappointment and maybe a new appreciation for fool's gold.
Exactly. Some struck it rich, but most ended up broke or found new careers selling shovels. Still, the gold rushes shaped entire regions. California wouldn't be what it is today without that golden fever.
Here's a mind-blowing fact. If you melted down all the gold ever found on Earth, it'd fit into just 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. That's it. Surprised, Janvi?
Honestly, yes. I always imagined vaults overflowing with gold bars, like in a heist movie. But 2 pools? That's less gold than people think, considering how much it's talked about.
Right? It puts those giant treasure scenes into perspective. No wonder every bit of gold is tracked, traded, and treasured. It's like humanity's most exclusive club.
And it explains why gold is recycled so much. Most jewelry today could easily have been part of an ancient coin, or even a pharaoh's crown. Gold never really disappears.
Speaking of treasures, there are real stories of people stumbling onto hidden gold. Remember the California couple who found cans of gold coins in their backyard? That's like winning the lottery.
Absolutely, Doug. They were just out for a stroll and dug up millions in coin stock. About a lucky walk. And it's not just California. Someone in Italy found ancient gold coins in a theater basement. Who knows what's buried under our feet?
Makes you want to start digging in your garden, right? These discoveries fuel the legends of buried treasure. Reality can be stranger than fiction.
True. But before we start swinging shovels, remember, most hidden treasures are rare. Still, the thrill of maybe finding one keeps the dream alive for treasure hunters everywhere.
So after all this, why does gold continue to hold such value? Is it just tradition, or is there more to the story?
It's a mix of scarcity, usefulness, and mythology. Gold's rare, but also incredibly durable. It doesn't rust or corrode. Add centuries of legends and the fact that it's been used as currency, and you get a metal that's part science, part story.
And let's not forget tech. Gold's used in electronics because it's such a good conductor. Your phone probably has a dash of gold in its circuit, so in a way, everyone's carrying a little treasure.
Exactly. Whether it's jewelry, investment, or technology, gold stays relevant. It's the original multitasker of the periodic table.
Before we wrap, Janvi, you've sparked so much curiosity about gold. But there are countless other mysteries, like how a compass finds north, why British and American accents differ, or even how toothpaste does its job.
I love it. There's always something new to dig into, sometimes literally. Whether it's hidden treasures or magnetic mysteries, asking questions is where all discovery starts.
So to our listeners, keep those questions coming. Maybe your curiosity will lead to the next big find, or at least a fun episode.
Absolutely. Stay curious, everyone, and maybe check your backyard for old cans just in case.